Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Clutter. I'm your host, Margo Staten, and today we have a fun little topic. We will be talking about 1-minute habits to declutter your home. Yes, I do mean 1 minute. These habits should not replace thorough declutterings. So if you have a lot of clutter in your home, you're still going to have to roll up those sleeves and put in a little elbow grease. However, if you want just kind of a few quick, easy 60-second wins, and especially if you're somebody who feels very, very overwhelmed at the thought of starting decluttering, I think that these 60-second habits will not only yield results, but will create motivation, and as a result of that, decrease your feelings of overwhelm. So let's jump right in. If you subscribe to my channel on YouTube, you're probably going to guess the first one. It's my favorite. I feel like I talk about it in every single YouTube video just because I think that it works incredibly well. So 60-second habit number 1 is conveniently called the 60-second purge. Now, I practice the 60-second purge every single day. So especially if you have kids, I feel like this is something that you have no choice but to do. So the 60-second purge, what you do is you take a box, a bin, or a garbage bag, whatever it is. You can even set a timer for 60 seconds. You can even, this is a fun activity, I do this with my daughter sometimes as well, set a 60-second timer and you walk around your space or run around your space to beat the clock, right? As a fun game. And you run around your space and you literally put random things that you see out and about on surfaces. Typically, this is your visual clutter. And you just put it in that bin, box, or bag for 60 seconds and not a second more. This is such an easy, fun, and incredible daily practice. Even if you get rid of one item a day, ladies, that is 365 items a year. That's still a lot of stuff. Give it a shot. Try the 60-second purge. Hit me up on Instagram at Be Good to Yourself by Margo or Margo Staten on Facebook and let me know, how did it go? Did you love it? Are you on board with the 60-second purge? Number 2, you ready for it? This is an incredible hack. I love it, love it, love it. And it's the bin in the closet. Okay, so what is that and how does that work? This actually, wait for it, this can take less than 60 seconds. That's right. Might even take you 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Try it out. So this is what you do. You put a bin in each one of your closets. Every single time, right? So closets as in like, your kid's wardrobe, yours, your partner's. So you put a bin in the closet. Every single time you pull out an item of clothing that you are never going to wear. You don't like it. It does not fit on you. It does not make you feel good about yourself when you put it on. It just doesn't work for you and your lifestyle. And look, maybe it's even a beautiful item, but it doesn't work. Like in theory, you love it. In theory, you would love to wear it, but like no occasion will ever come up for you to do that. So instead of putting the item back on its hanger or back in the drawer in the closet, you take the item and you toss it into the bin. You do this every single time you take out an item that you know you're not going to wear. You don't put it back, you dump it in the bin. You keep doing that. Once the bin gets full, that, ladies, becomes your decluttering bin. And like you literally did no work to declutter your wardrobe. I love it. It's a great hack. Use it. Let me know how it works. Number 3, another favorite of mine, is the 1 in, 1 out rule. Whoever came up with this rule is brilliant. I would love to give credit, but off the top of my head, I can't recall who came up with it. I will look it up. The 1 in, 1 out rule will not take you longer than 60 seconds. So here's how it works. Anytime you go and you purchase an item, a mug, a sweater, dish towels, whatever, doesn't matter what it is. When you come home, you get rid of an existing item. So you bought a coffee mug, You come home and you declutter an existing coffee mug to make room for this one. Getting into the habit of one in, one out will sustain your home and will maintain it clutter-free. And again, this practice will probably take you less than 60 seconds. If you want to level up, if you want to take it up a notch, if you want to be the A++ student, go with 1 in, 2 out, or 1 in, 3 outs. So I am actually a minimalist when it comes to my wardrobe. So I am not minimalistic in my home in general. I have knickknacks, I have photos on my refrigerator, which like makes people's eyes cringe. I don't consider it clutter. I find that things in your home should make you happy. And clutter is incredibly subjective. But I'm incredibly minimalistic with my wardrobe, which is really funny because I'm a content creator and I'm constantly on camera and I pretty much wear the same like 5 items and I don't care. I enjoy that it takes me 30 seconds to get dressed every single day because I essentially have almost no options because I practice capsule wardrobing. So recently, I actually went and bought a few summer items. It's been a very, very long time since I bought myself any kind of summer clothing, and I've had this clothing for a while, and it just doesn't look great anymore after, hundreds of machine washes. So I was like, okay, I need like 2 rompers and a dress and a pair of shorts. Those were my 4 items. Can I tell you, when I purchased them, the first thing that went through my mind, and you might think I'm completely insane, the first thing that went through my mind is, oh my God, I can't wait to get home and get rid of the other summer items that I don't wear, like that I won't wear. So like this is what achieving a clutter-free home gets you. You practice the habit of 1 in, 1 out. And then like anytime you purchase an item, you're already itching to like get rid of an existing one. So anyways, that's kind of how it works. So give it a try, 1 in, 1 out. Next time you buy something, get rid of an existing item. All right, next, 60-second decluttering hack, habit, whatever you want to call it. Trash the paper clutter ASAP. Sort mail and paperwork. So you want to spend a minute organizing your mail and paperwork by getting rid of junk mail right away, filing important documents right away, and putting away bills or letters in their designated mail caddy. That's where a little organization comes in, because if you do not have a designated space for your papers, it's just going to end up on some random surface, such as your kitchen table, your dining room table, or maybe even your coffee table. Instead of allowing, because paper clutter is a real problem, it takes forever. If you've accumulated a ton of paper, it's going to take a hot minute for you to go through all of the papers, because you don't remember what the heck they are anymore, right? And decide what to keep and what to shred or toss. Get into the habit next time you pick up your mail of getting rid of it and sorting the rest right away. I actually will open my mail on top of a trash can because I do not want paper clutter. Paper clutter is like a magnet for other paper clutter. So I don't want it in my home. Like, it makes my eye twitch. Anything paper related makes my eye twitch. So anyways, spend 60 seconds and sort your mail, toss what you don't need right away. If you build this habit, you will definitely accumulate less paper clutter. Next up, and I want to know, again, reach out to me on Instagram. I want to hear from you. I want to know, how often do you declutter your purse? Be honest. Be very, very honest. Take 60 seconds and declutter your purse. Our purses, especially if we have kids, like, have a ton of crap. I mean, like wrappers from gum and candy, random receipts, items we probably can't even identify, our kids like little toys. I don't know. My daughter, like, I rarely have a purse. I'm not a purse person. I just don't like them. But in the summer, I'm forced to have one because I'm not wearing a jacket with pockets and stuff. But my daughter, if I do have a purse, will like randomly toss things in there. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And again, with my purses, when I wear them, I'm incredibly minimalistic. It's like keys, phone, wallet. That is it. That is the extent of what I put on my purse. But I find that somehow it still gets packed with like a bunch of trash. So take 60 seconds and declutter your purse. All right, next one, 60-second decluttering habit is a must, and it is to declutter your fridge. Take a minute to remove expired food items, condiments, things you don't eat, mystery food products. And by the way, when I say fridge, it also includes your freezer. Pick one or the other. Obviously, for 60 seconds is not going to give you enough time to declutter both. You don't have to declutter the entire fridge and freezer, but just like open that bad boy up. And like, if you see mystery items or you're like, I don't know what this is, like, what is this? Right? It maybe it's even changed color. Right? So self-select a couple of items that you know gotta go, right? Take that garbage can or that recycling bin and just quickly, 60 seconds. Again, you can also set a timer if you'd like. Get rid of as many items in your fridge or freezer that you don't need as possible. Decluttering your fridge, by the way, like this is really good to do before you go on a shopping run, because this way when you bring new produce and new food items back home, you have enough space in your refrigerator and freezer to place them. So it makes the unpacking and stocking your fridge, right? I think that's the right word, process much faster. Next 60-second decluttering habit is to empty your trash and or your recycling container. So quickly empty out the trash can. Try doing this once a day because garbage tends to pile up very, very quickly, and it also tends to smell, and it's visually unappealing. It looks like clutter, and this is literally something that maybe you can designate to your partner or your children to take out the trash. Heck, you don't even have to take the 60 seconds to do it. Somebody else in your household can. All right, next, a 1-minute habit to declutter your home is to quickly clear your surfaces. Surfaces are magnets for clutter. The more surfaces you have, the more clutter kind of gravitates towards it. And another interesting thing about surface clutter is that it's actually visual clutter, which makes your home appear messier than it is. So take 60 seconds and clear a surface. Not all surfaces, just a surface, right? It could be the bathroom countertop, the kitchen countertop, a table, a desk, your nightstand, whatever, right? Just focus on that one small section of your home and declutter it in 60 seconds. The same 1-minute decluttering habit can be applied to tackling a small area of your home. So this could be a small drawer, this could be a shelf, it could be a corner of a room if it doesn't have a lot of stuff, and just go through it quickly. It should be an area where it's pretty easy to decide what to keep and what to get rid of. For example, something like a sock drawer, right? If it doesn't have a pair, then get rid of the sock. Another 1-minute decluttering hack is to put away shoes and accessories. So you want to take a moment to gather and put away shoes, hats, scarves, sunglasses, or any accessories that may be cluttering your entryway or your living area. I love focusing on ensuring that an entryway is clean and tidy. And the reason for that is first impressions. The first thing that you and your guests see when they walk into your space is your entryway, right? So your entryway is your first impression space. So even if you had a really stressful day and you walk into your entryway, right? You open the door to your house, you walk in, and the first thing you see is a hot mess like that. That's not going to make you feel better. It's going to make you more stressed and annoyed and upset. Like, we don't want that. Right? And a lot of times our entryways are cluttered, or rather appear cluttered, because we're not putting items where they belong, or other members in our household or our roommates, whatever, are not putting the items where they belong. And typically the culprits are like jackets and shoes and keys and other accessories. So take 60 seconds and put them where they belong. Next 60-second decluttering habit is to straighten your cushions, your pillows, and your throw blankets. So you want to give your living room or bedroom a quick refresh by straightening and fluffing the cushions and the pillows. By the way, as I'm saying this, my dog Coffee just jumped on the couch and started throwing all the pillows off the couch and onto the floor. She's participating in today's podcast. When the pillows and the throw blankets are kind of disheveled and maybe on the floor like they are in my house right now, just take 60 seconds, fluff them, put them back where they belong, and lo and behold, your bedroom or your living room now appears neat and tidy. This is a beautiful habit to develop. Next 60-second decluttering habit, and probably something most of us don't do often, which is really funny because we're constantly on our phone or on our computers, yet we don't invest the time to do this. And by the way, I am incredibly guilty of this as well. Kid you not, guilty of this. Like, I actually leave myself reminders to do this. And what is it? It's to declutter your digital files. So you can declutter take 60 seconds to declutter your emails, take 60 seconds to declutter the photos or the videos off of your phone. You can take a minute to organize your computer's desktop by moving files into appropriate folders and deleting unused icons. You can spend a little time also unfollowing people on social media that you don't want to follow. You don't have to invest a lot of time. Just next time you're on your phone and you're scrolling through Instagram or TikTok or you're on Facebook, just be like, you know what? I'm holding my phone already. Let me just take a minute of my time and delete some duplicate photos. And finally, probably one of the best habits, especially once you've achieved a clutter-free home. This is great for maintenance, but it's also great if you're on your initial decluttering journey, and it is to get into the habit of getting rid of items right away. So a good example of this is, let's say you're putting on your makeup in the morning and you have some eyeshadow, right? You have an eyeshadow palette that's sitting in your makeup case and you're like, I will never use this. Or maybe you've already used it up, right? But yet you keep putting it back into your makeup case. Instead of having it sit there and then having to actively pursue it and declutter it, get rid of the item right away. So anytime you come in contact with an item that you know you don't need, that doesn't serve a purpose, that you're not going to use, change the habit of just putting it back where it was and instead toss it, put it in a donation bin, decide to sell it, right? Create a box for that, whatever it is. But just really build that habit of getting rid of items right away. You will be shocked at how much clutter you will get rid of seamlessly without even noticing, without a ton of effort. You're just going to find things coming out of your home one by one by one by one. Such an incredible habit. All right. So those were my 1-minute habits to declutter your home. So decluttering doesn't have to take hours. It can if you want it to, but it doesn't have to. But decluttering 60 seconds at a time is better than not decluttering at all. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Good luck on your decluttering journey, and always remember to be good to yourselves.